have heard a lot about technical instruments, alien intelligence, as Yuval Harari names it. He calls it alien to human. I like that, actually. And about the prediction of our future by this non-organic intelligence. But as a matter of fact, we still have humans. We are human, and we have to work with humans. Our companies cannot do without human workforce. So, dear members of the board, honorable members of Adam Global, and esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we gather here in the beautiful city of Stresa, near Milan, where the Fashion Week is taking place, amidst a world undergoing remarkable transformation in the way we work. These changes are poised to shape our future, not only AI, presenting substantial challenges for organizations, talent acquisition, retention, and the management of human resources. The European Union has highlighted these challenges, encompassing a spectrum of issues such as the quality of jobs and employment, social protection, next generation manufacturing, the intersection of health and employment, the platform economy, inclusive workplaces, reskilling and upskilling, and the evolving dynamics of human-machine collaboration, because we haven't talked about the human-machine collaboration yet, only about the machine and the AI. I'm honored to stand before you today as one of the members of the Task Force for the Future of Work, Skilling and Mobility under the B20 and G20 2023. This task force comprises approximately 100 experts from around the world, including distinguished individuals such as Renate Hornung-Dries, Michelle Parmeli, Bettina Schaller, Johnny Taylor Jr., among others. Together, within the scope of the G20 and the preparation of such for the heads of state, we diligently analyzed the complex landscape of the future of work, and within the last 8 months had crafted a comprehensive 70 pages report with recommendations for the world leaders of the G20. I had the privilege of being present in Delhi several times this year, and also when these recommendations were handed personally to Prime Minister Modi, who then presented them to the G20 state leaders at the summit. The global trends we witness today have the potential to disrupt our existing work structures while offering the promise of unlocking new opportunities for a remarkable future. However, it is crucial that G20 leaders guide these changes in an equitable and sustainable manner. This approach must include the present and future generations through a human-centered agenda, making inclusivity and resilience its core tenets. Decision makers across G20 countries must also plan for skill development to support emerging sectors and implement policies that facilitate the transition of the labor force from contracting industries. The shift to a more sustainable economy and demographic changes such as aging populations in developed nations, we haven't talked about that either so far, are steering this transformation. Consequently, the green and care economies have tremendous potential for creating future jobs. Large corporations will play a pivotal role in implementing vocational education and training schemes at scale, and private employment service organizations can be invaluable partners in delivering efficient work transition programs. The complexity of the challenges at hand underscores the imperative and collaboration both in planning and implementation. The task force's report has illuminated the current situation, depicted the future, and outlined actionable policy recommendations for G20 countries and associated nations. But what about corporations, companies, and professionals like ours? What about us gathered here today? As many of you may know, especially the ones that have been in Mauritius in our previous meeting, I grew up in Switzerland, a country renowned for its precision and financial acumen. Some of you may still remember the 7-year-old Edith at the UBS bank in Zurich. For the past 25 years, I have lived and worked as an international lawyer in the Netherlands. So my city where I live now and work is Amsterdam. The Netherlands occupies a unique position in the global labor market, boasting an international profile and a significant pool of knowledge workers. However, it is not exempt from challenges at the organizational, human resources and policy levels that must be addressed to maintain competitiveness and economic resilience. These challenges include an aging population, a shortage of technology skills, a gap between education system and industry requirements, and a lack of educational infrastructure for rapid reskilling. This is, of course, also extremely important with our AI. If nobody can read it, shape it, or do it, or only a few, we really have a huge problem. It is essential to recognize that these challenges are not exclusive to the Netherlands. They resonate throughout Europe and many other regions in the Western world. Eurostat has projected that by 2050, Europe will face a shortage of 50 million people in its workforce to remain competitive globally. This demographic shift necessitates a strategic response. In contrast, as the G20 was in India, let me talk about India. I'm also the chairman of the Netherlands-India Chamber of Commerce and Trade, so I have quite a relation with that country. It's the biggest democracy in the world, so we cannot go around that. So in India, the world's largest democracy with 1.4 billion people, is on a high growth trajectory, and it's acknowledged as one of the world's fastest growing economies. However, India confronts challenges such as rising unemployment, increasing income disparities, and job polarization, which pose significant hurdles to its growth story. The informal economy, while contributing to job growth, often lacks standard employment contracts, equal protection, proper health and safety conditions, and social protection measures. Yes, India possesses a demographic dividend with a large ready workforce, potentially becoming the world's skilled labor pool. Realizing this transition requires focused attention, well-crafted policies, and collaboration with other nations. As the world of work rapidly evolves, new skill sets and higher qualifications are necessary to compete effectively in a fiercely competitive global labor market. Addressing the challenges posed by this evolving economic landscape in a task that economies worldwide must undertake, serving as a catalyst for successful cross-border trade and economic collaboration. It fills me with immense pride to witness the consensus among the delegates of the B20 summit declaring it the best ever and the most interesting one. This achievement extends beyond just content and hospitality. It's spiritual enriching. In the Western world, I must say, we sometimes found ourselves lacking this fundamental, inclusive, and spiritually driven values based on family and community. India's positive energy is indeed an inspiration, and with a median age of 20 years and 65% of the population under the age of 30, India is not just youthful but vibrant, full of energy, and aiming for extraordinary achievements. From its current 5th position in the world, India aspires to reach the 3rd position in the coming decade. As business leaders, we can and should learn from what is happening in India today and other dynamic regions of the world. We must embrace change, foster inclusivity, and invest in the development of our workforce to ensure a prosperous future for all. In conclusion, the future of work, skilling, and mobility is a multifaceted challenge that transcends borders. It requires collective action, innovation, and an unwavering commitment to inclusivity and sustainability. As lawyers and accountants, and of course also as medical doctors, You play a pivotal role in guiding organizations through this transformative journey. Let us work together to shape a future of work that is not only technologically advanced, but also human-centered, where every individual that has the opportunity to thrive and contribute to a global community that values one Earth, one family, and one future. Thank you for your attention. I look forward to engaging in meaningful discussion on these crucial topics during our panel session here later today. Grazie mille.